Sometimes we seem to drift along the days, swiveling between high and low moments. Just when we think we have figured it all out, the bubble bursts and the chaos kicks in. We lose a sense of the ever-comforting control we have over certain things. Then one starts to think how elusive, seemingly apparent things can get. Sometimes are we even sure of the things we want? Today we wake up with utmost energy to undertake that project that we have always wished to make come to life. But after a few days we are down in the dumps for motivation. It is like we were never down for the cause in the first place. We all know how important that undertaking is and what positive impact it could have on our lives. Sometimes the possibility of changing life, as we know it, hangs along with that project. We can see the apparent relevance of the project, but on certain days we just can't move a limb for its realization. But is it an issue of laziness? Well, maybe not. Perhaps most of us are drifting in an endless state of meaninglessness. We ought to learn to accept and unapologetically be our authentic selves, express our essence, and radiate our brilliance. Ironically, also the same society tells us to be careful not to hurt and offend some people, especially those that occupy higher positions in the hierarchy of our society. What does one do when during self-expression finds himself offending and attacking others? Where does the line separating one's authenticity and repression to prevent depressing authority lie? Well, I do not know either. Perhaps when I do, then I would have found God. Well, maybe no, maybe we are not the masters of our own house, as Carl Jung said. Maybe we are not really in absolute control of our lives and emotions. Maybe there is a psyche or our subconscious minds that really run the show. Then perhaps we have to dig deep and confront that guy, face him and negotiate with him. Beam a light at the shadow and refine our personality. And we can achieve so by being authentic with our character. For starters, that is a fertile place to start. To always act and say the truth regardless of how ugly. But what really is truth? Well, I don't know that too. Perhaps the meaning of life is truly found when we discover and accept the absolute truths. There's things that we naturally are not gifted at. There's things that do not work easily for us, and relentlessly pursuing them can end up harming us. Shall we move on from that, or shall we beat ourselves on that issue until we are really so done? Well, maybe no, maybe we can accept the things we cannot change and develop the courage to undertake those we can change. Also, when can we know what to accept and what to challenge? Well, I think there is a sweet spot there, meaning of life perhaps. But also, what is truth? At best I'm yet to discover that, and maybe when I do, I would have arrived at the meaning of life. Or maybe then I can find God and become enlightened. A quick disclaimer, I made some weak arguments in order to arrive at the necessity to pose certain questions in this video. In case of any objections, please leave them in the comments. Plus, it would be nice to know what your answers to some of the questions in this video are. I make these videos with the hope that it will help me to refine my personal philosophy as I explore these questions and try to comprehend the plethora of happenstances in my life. I hope it does help you too in your journey. Please leave a like and subscribe to encourage more of such videos.